to the GUD Podcast episode 3 with Royalflushdesigns and Les Redway. How are we, Les? What's going on?
Yeah. All good, mate.
Right, Les,
all
lads.
good. Different setup, different surrounding, but we're here. We keep it moving.
It is, isn't it?
I mean, smiling throughout lockdown. £6 lighter. Can't
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us what's been going on then. What's been going on there?
Been running, man. been running. Yeah.
Callum's been running the offie.
What's that?
Callum's been running the offie by the looks of things.
Well, that's the weekend, isn't it, lads? Got to enjoy it, hasn't it? Sunny.
Yeah.
Costa del Heighton over here, lads.
So, as you can probably tell, hearing and looking at it, it's a bit of a different setup today. We've got a Zoom call, which is the only way we can do it. Obviously, we've all been in lockdown and isolation because of that little thing called coronavirus. So we're going to try and see how this one goes. In terms of quality, it might not be as great as the other two, but we're just going to roll with it, aren't we?
Yeah, we keep it moving.
So, well, let's have a little catch up then, you two. What's been going on? What have you been doing?
Les, do you want to take the reins? Les, go ahead. You go first, mate.
So, you know what? I've not really been doing that much photography. I've just been, just working on myself, on my health, really and truly. First couple of weeks into lockdown, I was getting a bit of anxiety. Like, I don't really get anxiety too much like that. You know, you get the odd stuff that you, as a freelancer, you get the odd kind of things that you need to do. But that anxiety was different because of the fucking news. Every 2 minutes, they were saying all the deaths and just bad news, bad vibes. So I just turned that off, locked it off.
Yeah.
And just worked on my health, like I said. So I'm £6 lighter because I was overeating. I got big. Can't lie. But no, the runnings are right. I started off with a little 1K. Now I'm doing 3K daily, so it's not too bad. So yeah, no, I'm good now. I'm happy.
Don't be tagging me in any Instagram posts there, Les, about doing 3Ks. Not all right.
I won't do that.
5K and give 5. What about you, Carl? You're still at work, aren't you?
I am, mate, yeah.
How's that?
Critical worker at the moment. But it's, it's tough at the moment, mate. But there's a sense of pride in it as well, though, like the product that we're making to supply not only everyone, but it's more so importantly for the NHS. Obviously I've decided to shave my beard and leave a moustache. Feeling a bit funky lately.
Looking a bit like my neighbour Dale.
Yeah, it's gonna stay till until the lockdown's lifted. But no, mate, it's been a bit tough.
Yeah.
I think obviously with Ashley at the minute as well, staying inside for lockdown. But yeah, it's Monday to Friday, mate. It's gotta needs must to supply everyone and help everyone. You just gotta.
You well earned beers today then.
To be honest with you, I think even with the current situation that we're all in at the minute, I think that it's kind of brought us all a little bit closer together. Even mean on like a social point of view, like my brother, he even said that like he's got more of a social life now than he does.
Do you know what, mate?
Now than he did before the lockdown. I mean, you've got to try and take some sort of positives out of this whole situation. I mean, I know a lot of things have like been focused on the news to say that how many deaths, but you're not talking about how many people have like recovered and how hard people are actually working to help each other. You know what I mean? Like even on a Thursday and stuff like that with the claps and stuff like that, everyone clapping outside supporting the NHS. I mean, even that old guy that is a Captain Tom, is it? Raising like 30 million. I mean, it shouldn't have to come to that for like that man. I mean, he's a hero. Like, I mean, everyone's. I mean, to be honest with you, with the workers and the nurses, the doctors, anyone that's working for any sort of hospital is a hero, regardless of what position that they're in. If they're working for the NHS, that they're a hero. As simple as that. Any sort of like critical worker, really. I mean, people are moaning and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just like so serious. I mean, people can moan about, not going to the pub or whatever, but at the end of the day, I mean, people are dying. 30,000 people are dying, and it's like we need to get real. It's not going to be the same even after this, I don't think.
Yeah, I couldn't really argue anything you said there, to be honest, mate. a crazy time we're living in, isn't it? But one thing I will pick up on what you said there about the social thing, I completely agree with that. Obviously, with us being on Zoom now, I've been on Zoom loads. We're doing quizzes all week with mates, family. And like, we even said, like, after when this finishes, we should do that now. Every week we should have a quiz with the people you don't speak to and you don't really see. Like you say, that is bringing everyone together a bit. So that is a good positive, as you say.
I mean, you know, people aren't going to be able to go out as much, like, whether it's you've got other ties, even with work or with kids, or they just, you know, money-wise. I mean, even like a night in with like all yous and then having a quiz inside, having a drink or whatever, if you don't drink, whatever, or just having a good time, it's all yous together.
Yeah.
So it's not like feeling like being left out. So it's like more of like a closer community like type of thing as well. I mean, you know, I've done it. We're doing it now at the minute. I mean, we're doing a completely different format of a podcast, which is a fresher and it's different.
Yeah.
You know, nothing should stop us from doing anything like this.
Nah, you're right. Let's hope it doesn't get a bit Mike Bassett and starts like cutting off the connections and that.
Glitchy.
But
like glitchy then.
We get straight into it then. What are you saying, John? You've been good though.
Yeah, mate, I'm not too bad. So I'm isolated. I've been at 8 weeks now, I think. 8 weeks Monday it'll be. So it's mad, like it's mad, but yeah, you can't complain. You know, I'm alive and healthy, so I'm happy. The weather's good.
Wicked.
We get on with it, don't we? That's what we do. So anyway, yeah, let's just get into it then, shall we? So I've wanted this fella on, like, since I started doing it, to be honest, the idea of the podcast, because he's a very, very interesting, shall we say, a cool cat. But yeah, so this is, we're going to introduce you now to Alex, who runs a company called No Man. So he's also a clothing brand. So obviously I can relate to him a lot with that. And, you know, we haven't spoke a great deal. We spoke a little bit and I've helped him here and there, and, you know, he's shown me some cool little things. So, yeah, I've been really wanting to do this one. So let's just get straight into it then, mate. So if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Alex, and I run No Man Collective, which basically, like I said, it's an independent clothing collective. I feel it's, to describe the brand to someone who doesn't know, it's kind of very graphic heavy style. There's a lot going on. It's very distinguishable to my style of design, I guess you could say. Just influenced. It's influenced by like various pop cultures, youth cultures, and it's just expressing like what I enjoy through clothing, pretty much, in my design style. And I'll just say it's very standoutish. You could recognize it. Yeah, definitely.
All right then. So in terms of yourself, then, Alex, like, give us a little background of you. Like, what did you do at your school? Would you say you were always creative?
Yeah, always. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot of tattoos, and since I can always just remember back to being even in year 7 and me little goth days down here, just in class, constantly drawing on myself, like getting bollocked by the teacher saying you're gonna get ink, please, and all that. Like, that's all I remember, is just literally just drawing on myself. And I could I've just always been an artist. Like, my dad, he does wildlife photography, and he's an illustrator. He does illustrations, portraits and stuff. So I just feel I've had that kind of arty influence in my life, basically. So when probably getting into the clothing side of things was, I used to be into this brand called Drop Dead Clothing. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Ollie Sykes.
Ollie Sykes, yeah, from Bring Me the Horizon. When I was in my little
days,
and that.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, lad.
That's it. I call myself a techno goth these days, a mixture of techno and goth. Techno goth, not full-time goth, but part-time. And
part-time, yeah.
That's it, man, part-time goth. And like, so I've seen this brand Drop Dead, and I've seen all the, like, you just have t-shirts with absolutely fucking mad trippy illustrations on and stuff. And like, that was the stuff I was drawing on my arms, and I was like, yo, that's sick. I need to get on something like that one day. And like, I always just had in the back of my mind that I would love a brand. And like, I did when I was like 16, 17. I went to college, Carmel College in St. Helens, and like, I started doing graphic design. I didn't know what graphic design was. I just went to the open evening and just went in this classroom and just seen all these like digital like illustrations and stuff. And I was like, whoa, this is boss. Like, I was just like, I didn't know what it was. I didn't have a fucking clue. And then I was just like, yo, this is sick. And then I started like a little small brand called Prime Clothing, it was at the time. And it was all right for someone who was 16. I got sales on the go and whatnot. And then Then I went to uni in Salford.
Oh, okay. So in Manchester.
So just because you know what I mean, you're at uni, you're partying, you're having it, and then you've got your degree as well to work on and stuff. So that just kind of drifted away the brand. But I always had it in the back of my mind. And then through uni, I'd done various internships. I was really lucky. Like Salford Uni was, I didn't want to go there at first. I wanted to go to Kingston in London, and didn't prepare for the interview, didn't get in, and I was like, oh, I've got to go to shitty Salford now. What the fuck?
What did you study?
What did I study?
Yeah.
Graphic design.
Oh, it was graphic design. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I don't even want to go to Salford. It's fucking shit. I hate Manx. I hate Manchester. Get there, and I fucking love the Manchester. I love Manchester equally as good as Liverpool. Like, it's just culture-wise, and we're just the same people, just with a different accent.
We are exactly the same, mate.
And we've got a better footy team, but yeah. So fucking
get that one in there, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta throw that in. And then. Yeah, I was really lucky, like I say, through Salford. I got so many internships. I was at like Condé Nast, which is the publisher for Vogue magazine and GQ. Okay. So I interned there for Traveller magazine for a few months. I was at the Lowry Theatre in Salford. I was interning there for a little bit, and then the odd little mini studio here and there. And then I got after uni, through the uni again. My tutor got in touch, and she was like, "There's an internship at Umbro in Manchester," which I was like, "I'm gonna have to take that straight away." Like, well, I actually got offered a full-time role as a designer in the Lowry Theatre in Salford, but it was only an internship at Umbro, but it's Umbro, you know what I mean? It's like, like it's sportswear, it's a well-known brand. Like,
definitely a stepping stone, isn't it?
Yeah, that completely. And like, obviously with the clothing side of things, I'd rather than designing little shitty posters for fucking a musical that was on at the Lowry, I want to be getting involved in the clothing thing. So yeah, I interned at Umbro for 6 months, and yeah, it was the best thing I've ever done. Really, I learned so much technically, and just being in a professional environment kind of thing. Yeah. And as I was coming to the end of the internship, it was like, what's next? Do I? Because I feel I had the experience that I probably could have walked into like a design job, into a studio or something, like a full-time salary role. But I thought, you know what? Fuck it, like I enjoy working for a company, but at the same time you don't have the creative freedom, you know what I mean? You get set briefs, and like it was exciting. It was exciting. I got, well, you know, I'm a red, like I got to go to Finch Farm and work with Everton because they're sponsored by Umbro, and I went to the photo shoots and see, and like I was coming up with like direction for actual photo shoots. So I've come up with ideas for shoots for new Umbro boots and new trainers that are out, which was sick, man. And like that's kind of put me instead for photo shoots in my own brand. But I just thought, you know what, I want to do my own thing, and I moved back home, and yeah, got the brand started. Really, it was weird at first moving back home, just from living away for 4 years. It took me a while to get domesticated, to be honest with you. Like, we got there in the end and stuff. But yeah, and then that's it. Really. That's how I got to where I am today, pretty much, before I started this.
Sick. Well, the question I wanted to ask quickly, what's the meaning behind No Man? Because I roughly have a vague idea. But like for those that's listening, like for the first time or whatever, what's like the concept behind it?
Well, to be honest, like a lot of people think there's some mad deep meaning behind it, like, oh, you know, but there's actually not. So there's actually no meaning behind it, which is kind of, yeah, there's no man. So like initially I was starting this brand with a friend of mine, but we just had different kind of ideas and stuff really. So we parted ways, but we were literally sat in my room just coming up with ideas, writing names down. And initially, it was going to be called No Good, which, thinking back now, is proper crap compared to No Man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we were just literally jotting down ideas, and then we wrote No Man down. And I feel with me, the name has to, because I'm like the attention to detail with my design and stuff. Like, primarily, I am a designer. Everything has to be perfect. So just seeing No Man, the words together, like I feel they just gel. It's just I'm really into typography and typefaces and fonts and stuff. So like I feel it has to look good and feel good as well. But No Man, I just felt with my style of design, it's just a bit unorthodox, a little bit wonky, a little bit, I don't know, weird, to be honest. And No Man just the kind of same. It's like it makes no sense. You know what I mean? What is No Man? What is it? You know what I mean? Like and it actually means that being at Zen. So like No Man means like, you know when you meditate at that point and you don't know if you're in reality or not, and you're just there, and it's kind of trippy and a bit like just being at No Man and just being existing. And I'm kind of into that. I'm kind of into just like weird west shit like that, to be honest. So I just think it fits. And then with regards to just the style and the aesthetic of the brand, it works with it. But there's literally no mad meaning behind it. We were just writing down words, and then I just felt it felt natural. It felt natural, really, you know.
Pretty much, you've explained the meaning behind the brand there, from what you just said.
Yeah, that's it.
Story there is pretty much explained. Like, there's no like name for it, but there's a process behind it, of how you've felt and how you feel and what you're passionate in. That's led to the name, not just because you just think it's mind. There's a process before that, and it's all led up to the point of where you've said it.
And I think nowadays that's the difference, because obviously there's so many brands. Like, to have an actual meaning behind it is very important, because you see a new brand every day on Instagram, don't you? And you just think, it's another one there. Couple of Google and that, but you can tell, like, you've obviously clearly really put the time into to come to this. It's not like a rush decision or like nothing like that.
Yeah.
When you were in uni, then did you and obviously you're doing graphic design and stuff like that, did you always think I wanted to become a clothing brand, or were you sort of like putting your feet in the water with everything and just seeing like what you like the best? Like, were you, at one point, you think, was it going to be like a poster artist, or you know what I mean? Always like the end a clothing brand.
I like that question. I think it was. I think I've always had a kind of unique style myself. Like, I wear mad wacky clothes. Like, I've always been interested in fashion and stuff and streetwear, and like, it's just looking. I love to just stand out like a sore thumb and look like a twat to most people. But to me, feel a million quid. You know what I mean? I think I think just I've always liked streetwear clothing. I always have, and like, I feel I just love to wear it. So like design wise, I'm into all sorts of design, editorial design, poster design, album cover design. That's what I kind of vary around. Like, but I feel if you can design something and then wear it, like, it's even sicker. You can bounce around wearing your creation. So like, I think I've always had that. Yeah, I've always had the clothing idea completely.
That was always kind of the end goal, you think?
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
Because looking at your Instagram, I'm always obviously nosing on you, because I follow your personal and obviously your business one. Do you want to just say what your business Instagram is?
Yeah, it's _collective.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I always, one thing I do like about you, mate, is you're always working. You always see, you're always sure, and you're just doing something. You're always putting something out there.
Man, I'm just lucky, mate. I love it. Like, I go to sleep thinking about it. I wake up thinking about it. I've got lists and lists. Like, see me wall here. I've got I've got lists there. I've got lists and shit here. I've literally got fucking. It just never ends. And I'm just lucky. Just saying what you probably know already yourself. Like, we get to do something that's fun, and like, it's boss, man, and it's just a start. So like, I'm constantly pushing myself. That's it. Like, really, at the end of the day, it's a hobby, and I can make a living off it, really. So it's fucking winning, really.
When did No Man start? What year? How long have you been?
It was the first release was December 2018, so only just a year and 5 months ago. Nearly a year and a half ago since the first release. It is.
Okay. Nice.
What's the most common product that you sell for your brand? What do you think
mainly,
that people find that like a repetitive sale for yourself?
So with me at the minute, so kind of expanding on your question, basically, because I'm only relatively new and stuff, I'm still building it. So what I've done, I'm learning. So it's mainly graphic tees, because they don't cost a lot to purchase for someone, and like, a lot people are always needing t-shirts, aren't they? So I think that's the main thing, is t-shirts, and I feel it's just such a perfect canvas to just do something wacky on and do something mad, really. Like, I've done full piece trackies and stuff. So when I first started my first collection, I spent quite a lot of money on it, because I didn't know the process. I didn't know how I could save money on it. I just went for it, and I spent a fair bit. I got like 10 trackies done or something, which cost quite a lot of money. And I've done boiler suits and stuff, which to me, if I was an established big brand, they would sell out rapid. And if I had a bigger following, because a lot of the stuff is kind of unique, and there's some things people would not wear. So I've kind of made products thinking for myself, which I'm not like an average person. So like, they didn't sell. So it's been up and down with learning like accessories and caps and like bags and what sells out of them, whether it's tracksuits or jackets. I bought like vintage denim jackets and printed on them, and then I've spent a bit of money going into them, and not many people have bought them. So back to your question, t-shirts, really, just because everyone needs a t-shirt, and eventually I'm gonna when I can actually probably afford to produce stuff from scratch, get seamstresses involved and stuff, I will. But for the time being, It's just kind of getting garments that are already there and then putting my things on it. Really.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think it's a learning curve for everyone who's Royal Flush has been through that process. You know, where we've discussed of like, what do we think people want, what they like, and sometimes you kind of side towards what you like.
Yeah.
And I think that, and sometimes you take that chance and it can work, and then sometimes where you think, okay, it's still there, but it's a learning curve. Then you'd be like, just purely because what you like is not going to mean what everyone else likes. You know what I mean? And it's like, regardless with your style that's adding to No Mind or even Royal Flush, you've got to think about what other people like and not just yourself. It's very easy to tie yourself up into that, because obviously myself and Johnny have had many disagreements of what we like, what I like, what Johnny likes. I mean,
I bet
Johnny wears pink trousers, and you know that's up to him, mate. You know, you know,
like that with you, Alex.
Go
ahead, mate.
That's the thing, though. It's a learning curve, and it's very difficult to try and. It's that starting phase, isn't it?
That's it. Because I feel with me, No Mind is literally me. Like that's it. Like No Mind is fucking me. So
got to adapt to what everyone else would like to your brand.
That's it. And like it's one of them, because the thing is, I feel if I was when I am bigger and bigger and bigger, I think it kind of where it comes down to also with location and where I am. Whereas say I was in like London or Berlin or somewhere where people wear streetwear more. Liverpool is not the place for me for this at all. Manchester, I'm gonna get back to Manchester when I can afford to be back in Manchester, because Manchester streetwear pops there. Like that's the place that's the north of London. That's like the London up north, basically Manchester. I feel in Liverpool, mate. You know how it is. You know the Scouse style, man. You got your Caramel, you got your Big House, you know how it is. Your 110s. I love that, mate. It's sick. We've got our own little thing on the go. But with regards to my brand and my aesthetic, it's a no from me. So I kind of do after that's what I'm doing at the minute. But I feel once I'm bigger, I can just do me like I can push more stuff that I want to do out, because more people I'll be there for more people to access it, and more people to be onto it then. So that's what I mean. It's with growing now, to get to that point, I do have to do exactly what you're saying, is balance it out and think how I'm going to make the money and how I'm going to grow it to then get to that kind of situation. Sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to like in business to succeed, I guess. Innit?
I mean, it was the same from the last podcast that we done with Joe and Bobby about the acting of like the show that they give off in Liverpool might not give the same message as it is in Manchester.
Yeah.
So, like different people. I mean, not everyone's going to like the stuff. I mean, it's like everything. It's like we see someone picks up a jacket that's in a certain shop and like, no, I don't like that. But it's about grabbing that certain type of niche, like in Liverpool, in Manchester, in different. So not everyone's got. Every city's completely different. It's like what you touched on about Liverpool, about we're all selective to certain type of brands. I know I am myself. I mean, I want sends and stuff like that as well. But
so do I. Too. Like, that's all right. You can just spot. You can. Yeah. That's all right. Every city's got its own culture, basically. Yeah.
Like I see your kind of brand like within the Shoreditch area. Do you know what I mean?
I agree completely. Yeah, Shoreditch is like just those little hip areas in London and stuff, man. That's where it's popping. And like,
I think something you both said there, Callum and Alex, is spot on about getting the balance right is the thing, because you've got to be true to yourself as well. Like as you said, to be enjoying what you're doing, you've got to create stuff that you enjoy. So you don't following trends or anything like that. You want to be making what you love to make.
No, because a lot of companies don't kind of do what they kind of believe in. They do cater to people in a sense, but it's not what they would want to push. It's the safe option.
Yeah, but that's what trend, aren't they? They cater into a trend, would you say?
Yeah, it's sort of. But what I would say, Alex, is definitely like, I think you're smashing it so far for the fact that you're able to put yourself into the brand. Does that make sense? Because people don't have identity in that case. Do you know what I mean? So going on what Johnny was saying about obviously jumping on trends, you got to be true to yourself. Do you know what I mean? That's my little 2 pence there. But
That's it. You've literally got it with anything like with the likes of me and like same with you, Johnny. You're doing like what you do is sick. The way it's just you've got a platform that people you do your customization. You've got a platform that people can actually come to you, and you can do something in your style for them. You know what I mean? Which is sick, which is fucking amazing. And I was thinking of possibly maybe getting involved in that myself to not like on a like maybe just just doing like a little kind of for a month only.
Yeah.
Like message me a concept, and you can get your own t-shirt done, and like, you know what I mean? I was thinking of doing that myself, because it's just cool that you can get people involved, just as a different platform for someone else. So if I just say, yo, for this month, send me ideas, blah blah blah, now you will get your own custom t-shirt. Tell me what you want, and like it just kind of like around the theme or something, because I think it's just pushing it out there as something extra that you can do yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. It's really good. Like, that's what I love about your thing, Johnny, is the fact that it's for the people. It's for different people. People get something out of it from you, but then it's your personal twist on it.
My touch, yeah.
It's belting. It's belting.
I think that's it, mate. It also keeps me sharp, because it's things I wouldn't normally do.
Yeah, completely. That's it.
I'm like, okay, how am I going to tackle this one? It's a bit different.
That's it.
Like that, yeah. It's a good point that I haven't even really thought about that, but it keeps me sharp and like.
That's it.
It's the ideas.
That's it, because like with me, I'm doing my own thing, but it's nice. I do freelance design on the side, so I'm doing like album covers for other people.
I've seen that.
And logos and stuff. So it's nice to still, because sometimes you get too trapped in your own world doing your own thing, and we're in design, you need to stay fresh doing other stuff as well, because you don't want to lose your skills and other kind of aspects of it and stuff. So it's nice to actually work on things for other people as well as your own stuff, because you're keeping it wide. And sometimes there's ideas and stuff that you don't like, and that's how it works. But it's nice to push yourself and kind of produce something for someone that's maybe not something you'd generally go to. Your
demographic or something. I agree. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I think that there is a fine balance of like what you want, and then you've got to be a little bit selfish as well at times, as well as like where say if you've got something that you designed where you're not really keen on, or it's not to your taste, but you've got consistent sellers and consistent buyers buying that product, and then if it's not something that you like, but you've got to go with it, because at the end of the day, no one's going to pay your bills apart from yourself at the end of the day, and from your ideas, the thought process. And it's like, it is a fine line of saying, right, okay, we can go down this route to gain the extra revenue and what people like. But I think that what you touched as well on is that, I mean, I don't think there's anything more like personal and like bit of pride in when someone asks for like a custom design, like for the t-shirts for Johnny and yourself, is that when they wear that, no one else has got that. And no one can take that away. I mean, especially as well, like if people say that it's amazing that what they've requested and they love it, you can't take that away from like that. That's more than probably an artist design is like better than a sale.
Yeah, that's it. Having something unique that no one has. Like, it's
everyone wants that now, don't they? Because there's just so much of everything. Everyone wants their own thing. They want to stand out, and they want to be different. That's it. So it's always this guy that helps to be able to do that. Like, that's what I really like about personally my side of it. Is be able to do
it's cool. That's what I mean. So like, I think I would like to possibly I've been thinking about that for a while, just as like every now and then, just say this month only we're doing personal designs. You know what I mean? It's cool, man. And just
I'll test the water, mate.
People like it.
Try it for a month.
It might lead you down to a different route of where you actually stay on that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Test the water.
It's nice to just try new things, isn't it? Like,
So we were talking a little bit before this off camera, Alex. I just want to talk about like, because when me, Les, and Callum sat down for the first one, we talked about Royal Flush, and we talked about what Les does. I got a couple of mentions like about like when I was talking about the brand, we didn't dive into like printing techniques and things like that.
Yeah.
So if anyone who's thinking about starting one, just want to touch up a little bit then with you about the printing techniques. So obviously we've got DTG, direct to garment.
Yeah.
Screen print. We've got embroidery. We've got a vinyl print. What out of like them, or maybe something I haven't mentioned, What's your favourite sort of printing technique? Do you have one?
So I've been just testing the waters really the last year and a half with trying different printers, etc., and seeing what works. So initially I was doing screen printing, and what I love about screen printing is it's natural. Like it's I kind of like that natural DIY approach to it and stuff, and like it's been going for time, and like it works on quite a lot of things, and it's just perfect. It's just within graphic design, it's very well known, and like it's an OG basically.
If you're a multi-million-pound company, that's the one you go into, isn't it?
Yeah. So I was doing that at first.
Do a screen print, don't you?
Well, that's it. Like it just you can just look. You can tell what a screen print looks like by holding it. I'm just looking at it, and like, yeah, it's a beautiful process, and I really respect it. So I was doing that at first, but with regards to cost, a lot of screen printers, you need to get minimum orders and stuff. So you might be left over with a lot of stock, or you have to pay for the screen setups. There's quite a bit of money wise, whereas I found through you about digital printing, DTG, and I didn't even know that existed until you showed me really, and it's perfect. Like I feel that's my go-to at the minute. So it's just like, it's basically, people that don't know, it's just like a big print, like printer that you print onto like paper in it really, but a big one that works on t-shirts. Yeah, that's it really. And there's no setup charge. You can with screen printing, you have to do different layers, so it's different. Each color's like a cost kind of thing. It's digital printing. It's with screen printing. You do one color, like it's all different colors. You see, so it's just because it's just one ink that you drive through onto the top. So whereas digital printing is just boom, bam, bam, round the top, rapid, like and that's it. You can, and like even on screen prints. So like, say you wanted a picture, like an actual picture, an image of someone, like say one of us, you have to say like on Photoshop half tone the image, so there's like it's so it's one color, you have to kind of turn it into dots, so it works. Whereas digital print, you can do anything you want really. So yeah, I found out about that over the last probably about, I don't even know when you told me now, it's been a good little while, and yeah, so I think it's a really good technique. And then I've got another person that, it's a company called Fitwell in Liverpool and Smithdown Road, and they're an independent company. They've been going for like 10 years. So I found out about them from like, they used to do like footy kits for like local teams and like, you know, local companies. You'll embroider logos onto tops and hats, etc. And they're amazing. You don't have to have a like minimum order. And the good that they're only down the road. It's a local company, local business and stuff. So they do all my embroidery, which you can see on here now.
I remember the place now. Yeah,
man. It's just by the bridge on Smithdown Road. And then it's decent, man. They're pretty sick. And like, so like in regards to my t-shirt printer, I can only get on t-shirts. I can't get like full arm prints and stuff, just because of the digital printing how it works. So I can go to these, I can get arm prints, I can take in a denim jacket, I could take in a prosthetic leg if I wanted to and get it printed on. It's like, they do anything really. It's great, man. If you want to print on your face, you don't need to go to a tattoo shop. Just go there, you'll whack on. But yeah, so so just basically, I started off with screen printing, realised that digital printing saves a lot of money, a lot of time, and you can do a bit more with it design wise. You can you know what I mean, and that's pretty sick, man. That's pretty good.
So who was your inspiration for, like, you know, obviously you've told us the story about how you've come through college, etc. And but what was the turning point for you to be like, I want this? Was there something that you or
there was a certain moment in time. So just know Odd Feature and Tyler the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I was in college first. So when I started, it was that drop dead clothing I said before that I kind of had this idea, but when I knew, it was first year of college. This Odd Feature, these mad kids from LA just come on the scene, and they were rapping about all sorts, man, punching old ladies, all the shit, and like wearing these mad clothes. And I was like, what the fuck's this? You can't do this. You can't punch an old lady and all this shit. Do you know what I mean? Like they were mad. They were like punks. They were like punks, but rappers. And they were these kids. They were rocks, and they were only like 20 odd, 19, 20 odd, and like I'm a few years younger than them, and like yeah, I seen these geezers and I was like, yo, that's because I'm really into me hip hop music. I love raps. I love rapping. And like, yeah, I seen this Tyler kid with his little, he was on that Jimmy Fallon with a little balaclava and just bouncing around. Just like, I was like, whoa, I bounce around like that in my house. That's mad. That. And then I just seen him, and then he started his own clothing brand, this Golf Wang, and then they was just very anti-establishment. I'm into like, I used to be in like a hardcore punk kind of band. I'm into that kind of music. I'm into that, just kind of do your own thing. And I just seen these guys, and I was like, you know what, they were rocking tie-dye, and I was like, wow, that's sick. And then it just, from that day, I was like, you know what, like, they had that message, just kind of do your own thing. And it's quite cliche because a lot of people say this, but it was a turn in culture, and that's how I got into streetwear clothing, and that's how a lot of people did, and that's how like Supreme come about, and like I was wearing Supreme, I was wearing a Bathing Ape, started wearing Palace, all these skate brands and shit. And I was like, yo, I could do that. I was design drawing stuff like, yo, I can do that, but fucking better. Why, you know what I mean? And that's what kind of pushed me to get popping, really, I'd say. And then it's not just them as an influence. I'm not really influenced. I'm into like other brands. So I'm into brands like Stussy, Brain Dead, Fucked. These are kind of like proper streetwear brands. I'm into them, but like I'm influenced by culture mainly. So you've got like hip hop culture. I'm really into like hip hop album covers, music videos. I'm into rave. I love the electronic music, so I'm into like a proper like 90s rave posters, etc. Even like the 60s, man, and like the Summer of Love and just psychedelia and all these. There's an artist called Wes Wilson and all these. I'm really into like the psychedelic kind of just trippy visuals and stuff. I'm influenced through that stuff. Looking at all magazines, even like Playboy magazines, and just
it's timeless though, man. It's timeless.
That's what I mean. Looking at photographers, it's not like I'm not inspired by a certain brand. I'm inspired by just culture and stuff in general, really. And then I just have my take on it. It's just, all I can say is this brand for me is just me and like my interest in putting it into designs, and it's raw, man.
It's cool. I mean, I watched something on Netflix last night. It's like a 4-part series with it's the Defiant Ones. Don't know if anyone's seen it. And it's you know, everything stemmed from music. Everyone's ideas and thought processes all come from music, and it's what you said then, Alex, about the process of how you've thought and been thought. You've seen them, you've listened to them, and you like them, and you kind of grow towards them. And it's like that Defiant Ones was really good for me, especially like, I mean, I like a mad mixture, but it was nice to get like a more in-depth story. But a lot of it, like in the 90s, is probably defined, the music in the 90s, like 80s and 90s is defined like where we're up to now. And it's like a fashion. It's like a fashion.
Oh, mate.
It comes in waves, doesn't it, man? It comes in waves. So you've got your psychedelic music in the 60s and 70s and stuff, and you've got like you got your rock and roll in your 50s, and then you've got your disco and stuff in the 80s. Your rave culture comes in. You've got your Oasis's, your Blairs in the 90s, and like nowadays you've got all this mad like Playboy Carti kind of weird rap, and like it's boss how it just changes, you know what I mean? But I love it.
It always inspires clothing, though. Always, like it goes hand in hand.
The toilet, and we cut it out.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, yes. So obviously, we're all very inspired by music, as you said, Alex and Cam. Les, you're very heavy on your music with your photography, aren't you? Was that all?
Yeah.
Once you knew you were going to be a photographer, was it always the goal to be like, I want to do the music, or did that just come naturally?
Yeah, it come naturally. I think going back to what I was saying in the first podcast is like I did music myself. And I knew I wasn't up to speed. Like, I judged myself. No one told me I was shit. I judged myself and said, nah, I'm not as good as my other mates. You know what I mean? My other mates can free stuff top of their head, and I'm having to write bars for 2 weeks. But no, music doesn't influence my photography style. I'm influenced by music because I like the gritty kind of that. Well, depends on what kind of music genre. Like I'm talking about grime. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grime. It's the blocks. Do you know what I mean? Concrete jungle. So I kind of incorporate that into my photography. And so yeah, man, I'd definitely say music plays a part. But I want to change genres soon. Now. I'm getting bored of grime now, and the rap kind of stuff is getting a bit, you know what I mean, repetitive. I want to do something different, but I don't know if I'm going to go to one extreme to the next. But
And do some death metal, mate.
Go on, say that again, mate.
do some death metal, whip your guitar, I'll start screaming.
Would I be
Go one extreme to the other.
Really? No, but you know what? I do want to try something, broaden my horizons, because just like
experiments in it, like just go from like a grime to just something along hip hop style. Just I don't know, flex it up, change your style. You know what I mean? It's experiments, and that's what I do with me design. Just it's fun to just try something new. You know what I mean? Just go for
100%. Because like I know like things fuse. Like there's an artist I know, and he's kind of trying to infuse grime and rock together. Calls it grok.
Grok.
Grok. Yeah, man.
That's it. I like that. Do it, man.
What was I going to say then?
I mean, I think one. I think it's starting to become like a genre now. Is that I don't know if you guys have heard it, but it's that lofi.
Yeah, of course.
That's probably like one of the best chilled, mellow things to do. You could do anything and listen.
I read to that music. I just put it on. I go on Spotify and type it in and have it in the background and just read my books because there's no one shouting in my ears.
Yeah, I mean, like when I first started playing it, Ashley was saying to me, it's like living in a French cafe. Like when you're cooking or whatever, and just like it's just the most relaxed and chilled.
Perfect to put on when you're doing like if I'm doing like me accounts or some board and stuff that I hate, but I have to concentrate. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have to use my brain, but like it's just nice to have on in the background. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm into it.
So obviously you got your brand, Alex, but you because we were saying in the first one when I was talking about like I want to hear about people's journeys and that. You're still on yours very much, aren't you? I mean, we all are, obviously. But you're currently working as well, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm working part-time at Urban Outfitters. And it's perfect. It really is perfect for me. So, obviously, Urban Outfitters is a clothes shop. It's, well, everyone knows it, really. It's a lot of the people that come in. This whole outfit is it's just the same as any shop. It's just the same as Owen Bargain. They've just got expensive clothes in it. You know what I mean? But it's good to be in there because people come in there just looking for these clothes, and it's just got this whole thing around like when it's just a normal shop. You know that when you're working there, but to a lot of people it's like it's this trendy shop. But it's good to be working in there. Obviously, I'm only starting, so I'm not making millions of pounds yet. But it's nice. It's perfect for me. I do 16 hours a week, so it's a bit of money to live off and whatnot. And then I've still got time to do my other stuff. It's not like I'm working full time. And I've got a studio space that I rent on the Dock Road. I love it. I love being there. I'm there every single time. Every day I'm not in Urban Outfitters, but it works hand in hand because all my shifts recently have been like I do 16 hours a week, 4-hour shifts. So my shifts are 4 till 8 in the evening, so that means I've got all day before, and it's literally 5-10 minutes bike ride from the studio, and I ride my bike everywhere. So it works perfect. And I've been in the shop. People have complimented on the tops, and it's like my own top. Or I've literally been saving people that have come in wearing my t-shirts, and I'm like, whoa! I'm like, yo, I've made that top. You know, it's like, nah, you haven't. So I was like, listen, sunshine, I have. It's mad. It's good. So it's. Rather than say I was working in like a supermarket or something, it wouldn't have the same effect that it does.
Yeah.
Regards to just promotion and getting it out there, and the location being in the centre of the town by my studio, and a lot of the people that I work with buy it, so they wear it too.
That's another thing. You're able to see what is hot and what's not, and able to gather intelligence. Because when people come in and they're looking at certain types of t-shirts, you can emulate that. So it's wicked, man. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, completely. I'm really lucky, so it's good. I've just got to work a bit harder sometimes. Because the brands on me mind and stuff. I'm just like I don't put as much effort in as I should. If any of my work colleagues are watching, I promise I'll put more effort in.
Speaking of that, you've actually had I guess you still do currently have. You've got your brand in a retail shop in Liverpool, haven't you?
Yeah, indeed. So I've got it in Resurrection on Bold Street. So any Scousers listening or anyone lives in Liverpool will know Resurrection. It's a well-known shop. They've got streetwear brands. They've got like Carhartt. They've got your Dickies, but they've got vintage stuff as well. And Bold Street's just the street with all the little trendy kind of vintage shops in it. So like I said earlier on, Prime Clothing, my first ever brand that I had when I was like 16 odd. a guy I went to college with, he went in the shop wearing it, and the fella, Rob, the manager, he shout out to Rob, he's a good man. He spotted my t-shirt on his guy. I was like, "Who's this?" And he told me, and like, so I went to the shop. I didn't know anything. I was flapping it. When and I was like 16, I was like, "Excuse me, is Rob there?" I was like, "Yeah, I've got this brand Pram," and I put stuff in there, and it sold well. Like, I done really good for my age and whatnot. So as soon as I got this up and running, I'll go in there all the time. So I still speak to the manager Rob, and like, I went in there, and yeah, I just said, "Yeah, I've got a new brand on the go," and like, he's always supported me, and he's sweet with. He's into the style and stuff, so he's always if he follows me on Instagram or whatever, and he'll be like, "Yeah, that's a good design, etc." So it's yeah, I'm stocked in it now. I've literally just bought before lockdown. I literally bought a load of teas to put in there, and they shut the shop the next day after I got them delivered to me. I was like, wow, but I've managed to shift them online. I've done like a little quarantine sale online, and I've managed to get rid of quite a lot of stuff. But yeah, so I'm stocked in Resurrection, and yeah, they do good. It's just another way of getting me stuff out there. So I'm mainly selling through the Instagram and online, but it's nice. It's pushing it to a new audience, really, isn't it? So yeah. I've got that's where I've seen people coming into my store wearing it. Like, I haven't sold it to them online. Well, I might have, but they've been buying it from Resurrection. So it's nice. It's amazing. It's good. It's nice to see people in the clothing and stuff like the bought.
Obviously, you've had the taste of of it being in a retail. Is that the goal?
Yeah.
To be in more retail?
Oh, completely. Yeah, I've got quite a. Yeah, man, definitely, Johnny. I've got quite a few goals with regards to it. So I've got putting it into other stores. So I've been recently working on a sales pitch, just to kind of go and like just a sure thing, not a major, just saying a bit about the brand and then showing my collection so far and just saying a bit of the pricing and what. I don't know how much I'd charge them for the tea, or if it was sale or return, how much I'd get for the tea, really. And yeah, so I'm just trying to. I was literally about to go and approach stores in the likes of Leeds, Manchester, just local stores, kind of stores like Resurrection, where it's just little streetwear stores, where little independent companies basically to go to. And so yeah, that's the next step, really, is to just get stocked in different stores. I'd say even online, there's online stores at the minute that'll sell other brands and whatnot. But eventually, I would like to have my own shop, like completely, or my own shops, should I say? Yeah. I just feel at the minute, still growing it, and online, the rents and stuff for stores and like the amount of money that has to go into it to get the money out. It's right now it's not realistic, but I think in the future, 100% me. Stocked in other stores, my own store, and even just getting it out there to everyone, really.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
Print on demand, then, basically, as well. That's what you want to tap into.
That's it. And like the thing is, I don't as much as money can come, I don't want to be a brand where it's like you can get, anyone can have it, blah blah blah. I want to keep it at the time being. It is with me selling stuff online, but like I want to do limited amount of stock for orders when I get bigger and whatnot. But like brands like Supreme, where they will do really small amounts of stock, like it'll sell out rapid, and I like that. I like the fact that there's only a couple of hundred made or whatever, because the people who wear it, the demand on it is higher, so like people want it more for one. Two, price. Yeah, exactly. But that's it, because I wear lots of Supreme. I've got a lot of kind of like the unique pieces, and I've been up all night trying to get it or whatever, or like I've spent a bit of money on it. But when you've got it, I feel to me, like with me, clothes are art, man. Like clothes, this is art. This is a piece of art. It's sick, like it's unique, and like that's what I want to have. I want to have it limited. And the thing is, I'm not gonna be like charging high rocket prices, but if the stuff's limited and unique, people will pay that extra bit for it because you are paying for that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Conversation me and you had, wasn't it, Callum, about like we noticed the Everton stuff was really selling quite well.
Yeah.
The next one was like to just test them all. It was like the one Callum's wearing there, the Ancelotti.
Yeah, it's belted.
That's a screen print. So again, as you know, there was a minimum order.
Yeah.
So the screen print was 75 quid to set up. And then obviously they wanted a minimum order of 50 items. So I was like,
how come you went for the screen print option then?
I think, well, this is a fact. Over time, it is the best quality print. Like a DTP is meant to promise you 25 washes, whereas a screen print can last 20 years, 30 years, and it'll never like.
I mean, it's just that's what I mean.
So in terms of the quality, it is the best option. I think personally, like wash it, and it won't change.
So I've got t-shirts that I've had for 10 years. That though, don't I? I disagree.
See, that's the beauty of it. Yeah, yeah.
I think this one's the DCG. I think.
Is it the vinyl one? I got you.
Yeah, it's the vinyl one.
Right, yeah, I got your sample.
And I've watched this a couple of times, and it's still just as fresh as anything else.
Oh, I thought that was the Print Screen one.
No.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
you're right, aren't you? A lot of people there's a touch to it, isn't there? Obviously, with the vinyl, there's a touch to it. With a screen print, we made it so the print it feels like a beer mat almost.
Yeah.
Touch to that. With DCG, no, you can't feel it, really.
Yeah, that's it. It's literally there. It's embedded in it, isn't it?
Yeah, but we had that discussion, and I was like, I think it's time to maybe try a limited edition release and just see how it gets on. So
that's it. If you can get, if they're selling well, and then because that's it with what I'm doing, screen printing now leaves out some money. If you've got a t-shirt that's gonna fucking fly off the shelves, and getting it in bulk through screen printers actually works out better money wise. And then obviously if it's that popular and so many people are getting it, and it's got the screen printing quality, it's
that's what I mean. That's what I mean about the balance of say you want a selective amount of things that you want to sell. You sell 50 of no mind or royal flush stuff, and it goes like that. And then you think, what you gotta question yourself is why they've liked that.
Yeah.
And the process of not everyone's the same, but it's why has that got so popular? And people like that. That's why kind of you go down that route of seeing what the regular customers where you can get them back in and buying the same product and stuff like that. I mean, I like you say, I go the match, and there's people that I don't even know, and I still see them wearing Royal Flush stuff.
Yeah,
designs and stuff. It's nice. It's good.
Yeah, we're tapping into that crowd quite well, I think, aren't we? Like me and you sat down the other day, a couple of weeks ago now, obviously. After the Ancelotti one, we were like, right, we need the next one now, but we need to keep it limited. So I would advise that, the limited edition thing is definitely, if you can get it to work, it works so much better. Every single day, I reckon, on the Royal Flush account, I get questions about the Ancelotti. When's it come back? This, that, the other. And I'm like, right, well, we're on to our next one now. We're doing the Goodison one. So me and him sat down together and we made that one. So hopefully when all this is over, that's going to come out soon in the next couple of weeks. Because the print screeners are still closed. That's one of my printers that's not still open. So and they're delaying a couple of things, unfortunately, but that's just the situation we're in.
It's just tricky. Most people will be in the same situation, I guess.
Yeah.
So Ancelotti designs sick though. I might have to get it for my dad. Well, he's a blue nose, unfortunately. And, so I was thinking of that the other week. I might get him one, but it's sick. I like it. You done a clock one as well, didn't you?
Yeah, we did a clock Ancelotti one.
Yeah, it's shit, that one.
Yeah, Callum's on a clock one. I don't know,
we won't get into that.
I had Les asking me to do him an Arteta one, I believe, wasn't it, Les?
Yeah, man. Big up Arteta, man.
Yeah, I wondered why Les was so quiet. I mean, it was getting on the verge of talking about football. He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go to the toilet in a minute."
Well, Arteta started the corona, didn't he? Anyway,
he brought it to the
his fault. The footy stopped anyway. So.
No, it is, isn't it?
But I love what you're doing, mate. I'll be honest. It's very, very original and unique. And I think that's all you can ask for, innit? In a world where there's so much going on. It's just
I just feel you just gotta do your thing, man. Just do your thing, simple.
Obviously, you're rapping now as well. Where can we get?
Oh, mate, I'm spitting the rhymes. Watch out, guys.
We're gonna have to get you and Les on a chat.
Mate, I've got tunes popping. I've got a new tune called Supermarket coming out this week. Yeah, check it through my Instagram. Plugging it there. Belt of video, belt of visuals, belt of lyrics.
So, watch out.
What is next for me?
So Corona stops tomorrow, everything goes back to normal.
Firstly, I'm getting the boozer. Next is for me. I am wanting to just expand the brand, so I'm going to keep pushing my stuff online. I want to start, once it gets bigger and bigger, I want to start not just printing on stuff, but getting stuff built from scratch. I want to get seamstresses involved and start designing the clothes and getting people that actual know more about the actual making of clothing and the styles and stuff, and getting them involved and start creating properly unique bits. I want to get stocked in other stores and just grow the brand and get some big names, maybe get some rappers, get some DJs, big guy, someone who's established in like the public eye to rock it for me. And then what I really want to do is start doing events and exhibitions. So I'm into music, so it could be a rave one night, it could be a hip hop event another night. Like I've got loads of friends that are musicians. Like, do you know New Tribe? The New Tribe.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's how I come across New Man. I mean, no man. That's exactly how.
That's it. So this outfit I've got on now, this little two-piece. I've done a shoot with them last year for it. I've got a shout out to me mate Mal. You need to check him. Man like Mally on Instagram. He's an amazing rapper. He's from over the water. He's coming out now. Like he's sick. He will be big. So I've got him rocking it. I need to get people because I just need to get artists and stuff on it really. And I'm doing a collab with New Tribe soon. We're going to call it New Mind. On Wednesday. So just getting other artists involved and starting to put on an event, so like music events. So I've got this vision where it's like you get there and the first part of it, first hour or two, you can shop. So there's like a pop-up store upstairs / exhibition. So there'll be art on the walls and you can buy clothes, and then there's drinks, whatever, and then later on you've got me artists on. Could have rappers first, you could have a DJ wearing the clothes and stuff, and just this full mad sick event. Because I just love going to events. I love raving. I love getting messy with my friends and like just socializing. And I wanna grow it. I don't want it to just be clothing, because it's no man collective. Eventually I wanna start doing interior design and just getting other artists involved and collaborating. This is just a start, man. Like there's so much more I want to succeed and just grow and just get other people involved and not just be me. I want to have a team behind me. I want to have other creatives and other ideas. That's the long-term goal. But for now, it's just to keep growing it, keep doing my thing, and just enjoying myself, man. That's it, really.
Amazing, isn't it, mate? What you just said.
It's good. It's good, mate. It's boss. I'm so grateful and so lucky. Like I really am the luckiest kid in the world. I've got this thing that I've got a hobby. I've got an amazing mustache. It's just life's good, you know what I mean? It's happening, please. It's happening.
I love it, mate. I love it. So, is man? Is it unisex? Is it boy, girls? Is it just boys? Tell people.
Good question. For the time being, well, it depends really. So,
unisex, man.
It's unisex. It's literally anyone can wear it. Like it's no particular sex. So even if you're a Martian or like you're a dog with 3 legs, you can wear it if you want. Anyone can wear it. But like eventually, I want to start making actual women's wear, like fitted for women as well. Like I want it to everything really. For the time being, it's doing what I do. Like a girl could rock this top if she wants to. It's not aimed at anyone, but eventually I do want to start making stuff predominantly for women and men. Like, so you've got options, you know what I mean? And 3-legged dogs, yeah.
So, just I'm going to close off in a minute. Just going to get a couple more questions if the lads want to chip in as well. Are you vector based? What do you prefer? Are you Photoshop? Are you Illustrator? What do you design?
Photoshop all day long. Photoshop, mate. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very good on Illustrator at all. Like, I use it for the odd like logo and stuff, and like, but it's all I feel it's mad. Like on Illustrator, I'm alright. On Photoshop, I'm Gandalf, mate. Like I'm a wizard on Photoshop, and on Illustrator, I'm Gollum. You know what I mean? That's what I say. I feel people. It's good to know all the Adobe programs and technical wise, but I'm good on InDesign for like editorial stuff. But if you're good at something and like works for you design wise, then just stick with that. Like there's no point. Like if I wanted to go into another job and work for someone else, then I would learn them. But what I'm doing now, I don't need to. Like Photoshop does everything I need. Like if I need to turn something to vector, I can do it if need.
Is it possible to do that then? Yeah.
Like if you can, like it depends what design you're working on. Saying like I'm doing some typography and stuff in Photoshop and I wanted it to become vector, I'll pop it into Illustrator and go over it with the pencil. Or it depends what you're working on really. But with me, everything. I feel I've just always been a Photoshop demon, so it's just that's what I know, and like it works for me. Like I say, if I was in a different environment where it's needed, and we're working for this big company who's doing logos for certain things or whatever, then I would have to learn a bit more. I know the basics, but I just work with what I know. To be honest with you.
No, sick.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my last question. It would be, if like obviously you're like right in the middle of it now, you're still working, you're just getting going for you, isn't it? If you had any advice to someone who's thinking about like they just got downloaded Photoshop today, they just started an Instagram page for their own like designs. What would you advise them?
Just keep going, man. Like it's hard at first. Like learn just in regards to like Photoshop or whatever, or just learn. Like it's at first it's gonna be hard. And like we were saying before about started to make a bit of music. I'm still learning on that, and I'm not like you just gotta keep going, man. Like I don't really remember learning Photoshop. It's just kind of naturally done because I've been doing it, but you just gotta learn. And like in regards to doing it, just do it, man. Like at first you're gonna start something. There's so much negativity going around. People are gonna be like, "Yo, you're a weirdo. Why are you doing that? You're not gonna succeed in that." And then the next step is like, yeah, you're a bit different. You like, why are you doing it? The question, and then the next step's like, yo, that's all right. He's doing his own thing. I mightn't understand what it is. I mightn't get it. And then the next step is like, yo, he's a GM. Like it's people will look at you and just think, what are you doing? And just do it, man. Like if you got a belief, yeah, you can succeed in it. Like I'm not going to be a brain surgeon. Like I'm not saying like if you don't have if you've got the slightest bit of talent or whatever in what you want to succeed in, or you've got the drive and you can do it, you're skilled in that realm a little bit, then you can succeed. Like I'm not saying you can do anything you want to, because that's unrealistic. But if you've got the talent and stuff, and it's about drive, it's about ambition, and like having that dream and just pushing yourself. And the problem with me is I'm still learning. I like to get messy. I'm not gonna lie. I like to go on little benders and have it. I need to stop. I need to kind of take it back a bit. And I've been good this year. Like, because if you want to succeed at something, you have to sacrifice and you have to say no sometimes, and you have to. So I've not been going out as much, and not been going to as many events. I've been saying no to friends to certain things because you have to. Because if I want to succeed, I have to put all the time in. So all I can say is just go for it. But it's not just gonna happen. Like you have to.
Yeah, that's the main one, man.
That's it, and everyone says it, but it's true. You have to work hard, and your head has to be in it. Like you can't. I couldn't today go to my brother. Yo, let's start a tiling company, man. Let's go B&Q, get some tiles, because I'm not into tiles. Like you have to be into it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might get into tiles one day. Who knows? But right now, I'm not. You have to do your thing, and that's it. Really, just go for it. Enjoy it. Like don't get stressed about it. Just have a laugh and work hard and just believe in yourself. Simple as that.
Like, you still there?
Yeah, mate. I Zoom.
Yo.
Oh.
I was like a young Scouse Shakespeare there. I enjoyed that.
No worries.
Close it out.
Treasure that, please. I might cut that clip and put it as my ringtone.
There you go.
Just to inspire myself on days when I'm not inspired. Just hear me going, "You can do it, baby."
Alex, I've enjoyed it, mate. It's been good.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's nice to speak to you, boys. Honestly, we'll have to do it again sometime when
we'll do it like the year or something. How you getting on in the year?
Oh, mate, I'd love to, lad. I'd love to. It's been fucking lovely, man. Honestly, it's been nice. Got banished to my bedroom from my garden. I was going to do it in the garden and the grass, but got banished up here. But I've done it, lad. It's good. It's good. I enjoyed it, please. Really did.
Likewise.
Have you, mate? Really nice to have you. Different insights.
Anything to close on, boys?
Yeah, I've got one for you, Alex. What's the best achievement you've had with No Man then, for you personally?
Good question.
Really good question. You know what? I think just the first time that I seen someone wearing it, someone made the purchase. I think just the first purchase, or like just being in work and I've come into work. I went into work with this on, and 3 other people had the same top on. We had the same top on. And it's just like, yo, these guys believe in these guys are wanting to buy something that I've created. And just that feeling of seeing someone wearing my stuff. That's it. Like, there's no better feeling than, like, honestly, it's like, yeah, I've made this and like they want to buy it. Like, it's great. And the fact that it's grown and grown, and I'm making sales to like the fact like to Los Angeles. So I've made loads of sales to America already, New Zealand, Switzerland, Wigan, Bolton. Shout out to all the Bolton and Wigan crew. Shout out to LA. You know what I mean? Just seeing people around the world wanting to wear your stuff. It's good. That's it. Perfect. And like, it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. And like, I'm excited.
That's the main one. Be excited, mate. Because it's gonna happen.
I am. No. I'm gonna look back on this in like 4 or 5 years time. Just like, whoa. Because it's only been a year and a half of them since it started. Yeah. I've come such a long way already. Like, what's going to happen in the forthcoming years, really? So,
good man.
Please, yeah, it's good, man. I'm happy.
Brilliant. Right then, Les, have you got anything before I wrap up, mate? Or
Oh, you know what, man? I think he's covered everything, and I've got a lot from it. So yeah, I'm happy with what's gone on, man.
Brilliant. Right, I just want to say personally, a massive thank you. I don't know if you see last week, I was running an NHS design, and we raised I've raised at the minute about 1,200 quid for a carer home with kids who are severely disabled and live in wheelchairs, and they live on the ventilators already. So a girl got in touch with me. I was asking how can I wanted to raise some money basically, and I got a girl message me and ask if we could do it for a carer home. So I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who purchased or donated or whatever they did. It's just boss. I'm happy about that.
Good on you, man. Good on you.
That's gone to a good cause. So probably end on that. Nice one, people.
Yeah, man. Of course.
Thank you to everyone. Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
yeah. Thank you for coming on.
One last thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the
league. Gonna get played.
Look at Callum.
I've got faith, man.
Right, boys.
Fuck off and just finish this video now. Hurry up, quick.
Nice one.